Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see, let's get that nice and in focus. Good morning, good morning. Philip says, quick hi to all, but busy day here so far. Lurk, sounds good, Philip. Thanks for popping in. Good morning, Graziella. Della, good morning. Shannon, good morning, good morning. Dee Dee, hi, Dee Dee. Crystal, hello. Said it's the Carnival in Brazil. Ooh, fun. That must mean lots of fun stuff is going on. Super exciting. Well, I was trying to decide. We've got, a couple work in progress. I was reminded of the hedgehog that we were working on before that I need to work on. One sec, just checking. Oh, we're changing songs. That's why it got quiet all of a sudden. Anyway, but this appealed to me this morning. So I was just like, you know what? There's something about Johanna's pages and using Ergosofts. It's just simple. It's relaxing. I enjoy it quite a bit. Let's see. Make sure the music's not too loud. All right. Okay, so yeah, I thought we'd dive into this. I didn't get to work on it for very long on that Wednesday just because I wasn't feeling good that day. But I'm feeling better now, and I'd like to, work on it just a little bit more here. So good morning, Patty. Hello. So let's go ahead and, what do we want to work on this morning? I mean, we could just go around, but we've got these leaves over here. Part of me thinks I should stick with it and just follow it around. But where's the fun in order? I mean, really. Yeah, let's do over here. Let's start here and work our way up this way. Or we could do these. I want to do these. These look fun. All right, so let's zoom on in, get nice and in focus here. Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Shannon. All right, so I want to use number 61, and then we'll grab number 20. And of course we'll grab number 10 because I hardly ever not use number 10. If I can get it out of here. Number 10, and I want to throw in some purple as well. All right, now we'll probably grab some greens later. You know what, we'll just grab it now. Let's see, which green? Let's grab this green. All right, so these are our colors of choice here. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, so shoop, there we go. If you wanted to screenshot that, I know there are some that do, so hold that for a second, and we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and start with, I do, Graziella, I love the Ergosofts. They're my nice go-to simple pencil. They're uncomplicated. Yeah, I really enjoy Ergosofts. They're a great starter pencil, to be sure. All right, so let's start with number 61. So how was everybody's weekend? We just kind of took it easy here since I wasn't feeling great last week. I just sort of rested up and I'm feeling much better today. So that's always good. Starting to warm up here a little bit. I think the temperature's going to drop later on this week, but for now it's supposed to be like 75 today. So, yay. Let's see, let's turn that down just a tad. Here we go. It's a little bright. A little bright. There's something about going back to Johanna, like, Johanna's books were my first books that got me into adult coloring. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's almost going back to roots when I go back to her pages, There are definitely a lot of pages out there where I feel maybe intimidated by, but I feel like with hers, I can almost, like, don't get me wrong, there are some of her pages that I feel intimidated by, but something simple like this, it's just, it's, oddly enough, I find it, like, almost more relaxing, if that makes sense. Yeah, I saw that, Graziella. That's super fun. Of course, I don't have a whole lot of experience with Carnival. I'm mostly that movie Rio with the talking bird, so there's that. But I've never been there, so, but I do know that there's big parades and lots of celebrating and fun costumes, so Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yvonne says, hi, just got back from grocery shopping. It's awful weather, sleet and rain. Yeah, me too, Crystal. Well, welcome, Yvonne. I'm so glad you're here. Although sleet and rain is no fun. However, it is still Scotland. I think sleet or rain, I'd still enjoy being there. Once I get settled, carrying on with fairy cups. Ah, yes, the fairy competition. Oh, are you talking about Johanna's competition page? Yeah, I submitted that one. I haven't colored another one, though. I figure I'll just enter one, and if I'm meant to win those, because I'm mostly in it for the pencils, because those pencils are really awesome. But I submitted one. I figure if it's meant to be, then, you know, it'll be. I could do another one, but to be perfectly honest, I just don't have a ton of time. Joan's books are what I started real coloring in. I did mainly mandalas with gel pens before that, right? I know, exactly. Like, yeah, Enchanted Forest was my first one. And then I remember after coloring, and I've probably said this before, after coloring the Dragonfly, I distinctly remember telling my husband, like, I wish I could see how other people are coloring this, you know, just to get an idea, just to see, not to compare, but, you know, like, okay, these are the colors I chose, I wonder what other people chose. Anyway. So I did some research, and that's when I started finding the Facebook groups, and I had no idea there was just this super intense, you know, following for it. I think I initially got one of her books because I think I read an article about it, and I was like, oh, those look kind of cool. So, you know, I got a couple little items, you know, here and there, and then, well, the rest is history. The whole thing just sort of took off. Where are you from, Graziella? I live in Texas. Texas, USA. Yeah, 75 here today. Exactly, Patty, exactly. I'm so familiar with it, like it's just it's uncomplicated, it's relaxing, it's, you know, nothing I have to think too much about. Well, depending on the page, again. Depending on the page. And we're still just using that number 61. Especially when I use the Ergosofts in it, because, I mean, there's only like 36 in here, so, you know, there's not a ton of color choices, which is kind of nice sometimes. Nice, Patty. Yeah, you want to get good at leaves. Johanna's books are a great way to do that. There's plenty to practice on here. Yeah, exactly. And I think part of it is, too, is, yeah, she does different flowers, but a lot of her shapes are similar. So when you've got it in your head that this is how I color this particular leaf shape or this particular petal shape, and you know how to color that flower, you don't have to question it too much, versus when you're looking at a page and you're really trying to figure out, okay, what is the shape? Where should the shadow go? Where are the creases? You know, like, you really have to kind of study the picture a little bit before you lay down any color. But with hers, because I'm so used to them, I can just kind of glance at the page and I just sort of know where I want it to go, you know? All right, so that was 61. Then we're going to go ahead and grab number 20. And like I said, especially with the Ergosofts, because there is a limited palette, there's only so many different color combinations you can make. And I've made most of them. And so I also have kind of a set color palette in my head. Thanks, Graziella. Greens are the first pencils I ever had to replace. I believe it, especially when we're working in these books. Mine probably was too. Although, maybe whites also. The music's not too loud, is it? Just want to make sure. I've noticed it's been a little bit quieter on stream, so I upped the volume just a bit today. But I want to make sure I'm not competing with it. Yeah, it's definitely my comfy books, to be sure. Okay, we're still using number 20. Can't really hear the music? I can't hear it either. Ah, well. Okay then, that answers that question. All right. Well, there's about a 20 to 25 second delay, so here in about 20-ish seconds, you'll be able to tell me if you can hear it now. I only mainly color in Johanna's books, but downloaded your fairy pictures, bought paper today. Aw, thanks, Yvonne. I know my kiddos have been coloring the fairy pictures too. There's a fine line with the music and such, especially when I started changing with some of my own mic settings to try and make the sound more pleasing. Thanks, Shannon. It was funny, like I've always kind of speculated that there was about a 20-second delay, and then today I had the stream up on my phone while I was waiting for it to start because I was checking some stuff out. But because I've got the countdown, I was able to look and see what the countdown was on my phone versus what the countdown is on the computer. And I think for phones, like devices like that, the lag is always going to be a little bit, oh, I missed one. The lag is always going to be, you know, a little bit longer, just because I think it's just, you know, the way the devices work. So, you know, I'm on computers, on PCs, or laptops, or whatever, it may only be 20 seconds, or maybe even 15. I'm not sure. But I do know that on mobile, it's a little bit longer. So it's about 20 to 25 second delay. And I looked into it. Like, there's latency things you can do, and there's just not a whole lot I can do about it. Since coming to chats, my coloring world just blew up. Now so many books and videos. Oh, I know. It sounds good now? Oh, awesome. Thanks, Crystal. I'll have to remember that. I'm going to actually write down those decibels there just so I remember it for next time. Because I'm always messing with the slider when I turn the stream on and off. But now we know that 27 minus 27.5 decibels is good for the music. Because there's no point in having music if you guys can't hear it. There we go. All right, that's up on the wall. Thank you. That was a big help. That's the thing, is that I can't necessarily see, or I can't hear what you guys are hearing. I hear what I hear, and I have my sound bars, and it tells me that, but other than that. All right, so now we're going to use number 10. And, you know, some songs are a little bit quieter than others, but for the most part, as long as there's a little bit of a hint of music, that's what I'm going for. All right, so we're using number 10. Hi, Pam. I need to hook up my printer and get it working so I can download your Fairy House. They look so fun. Aw, thanks, Patty. I know, I have more in the works. I took a quick detour because I'm working on something kind of special for a couple months from now. But I just got started on it. So I'm thinking maybe a pine cone fairy house next. I'm not entirely sure. There's so many on the list. Like I can only draw so fast, and I want to just draw them all right now. It's times like this I wish I had like 8 arms, you know. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab number 6. Right here along the edge. Oh my goodness. I was so sad yesterday. I discovered something. What's your favorite paper for Prismas or other soft pencils? Well, any of Johanna's books are just great. If I'm printing paper, I generally have, let's see, what is this one here? I want to say it's a 65 pound. Yeah, here it is. Here's the label. So I got this, Hobby Lobby was having some stuff on Valentine's Day last year, actually, and they had all this paper on clearance, and I was like, dude, paper's paper. It's not like it's got Valentine's Stuff Day printed on it. And this is a 65 pound paper, and I have a 45 pound Canon matte paper, but honestly, I prefer the heavier stuff. Now, it depends on what your printer has the capability to do, but in my opinion, the heavier you can go, the better. But definitely a matte cardstock for sure. Something that says smooth might be kind of nice. You know, you don't want it bald by any means. You want a little bit of tooth to the paper. But that stuff is perfect. I think when I run out, I'm going to have to figure out where else I can get it. But, yeah, so unrelated to coloring, I discovered something yesterday I was so sad about. Are there any Doctor Who fans in chat? If so, I discovered yesterday that Doctor Who is no longer on Amazon Prime. Like, you know, like the newer seasons you had to pay for and everything, but all of the older modern series, they used to be on Amazon Prime. But apparently, HBO Max bought them out. I went to go watch it last night. I was like, oh, I'm in the mood for a little David Tennant. I'll watch a little season 2. And I got there and boom, it wasn't there. I was like, no. David Tennant, why? Why? I was so sad. I was so sad. I suppose I'll just have to slowly buy the series. You know, you can get them on DVD, but at this point, I mean, I don't recall the last time I've watched, you know, like a DVD or a Blu-ray. I mean, I do occasionally. But it's so much more convenient to be able to stream it on our devices. It was just, there was no warning. Actually, I went online afterwards and I checked, and apparently people were a bit up in arms about it because it was without any warning. It was just like they were in the middle of watching it. Apparently it happened on January 1st. So I'm a little behind. But still, people were not happy. Which I get. It's distressing. No Doctor Who? Well, totally random anyway, but I discovered it last night and I was very sad. Watch, there's gonna be that one person that watches it back and then they're gonna be like, what? And they're gonna go check their Amazon. They're gonna go, no. Just like I did. I don't know. I guess it was one of those things that you just never thought would leave. You know? I don't know. Does that make sense? All right. We're going to keep using this purple here. I would sharpen this because these tiny crevices, but I kind of need the flat side to help blend this smoothly. I need it's too fine a point. It gives it too sharp of lines. Go. Okay, and then number 6 still. Try not to block it too much. Let's move this over here. I want to go ahead and grab number 61 again. I want to reinforce these pink edges or pink tips here. Yeah, I think Johanna's books are definitely the books I feel the most confident in. I mean, easy. She's probably one of my favorite illustrators. I mean, she's practically the backbone of the whole community. If it wasn't for her, this whole thing probably wouldn't have taken off. I mean, maybe it would have, but she sort of started it. You know? 2015 hit and only everybody was just like, oh my gosh, this is a thing? And it's like, yep. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grab number 20. Hi, Kenny. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are just working on our little flowers here. Let's see. Kenny! There you go. Okay, there we go. I was reading it. Sometimes I jump over it and I'm like, wait, what did I read? The only downside about reading when you're distracted. There's that pink. All right, now I want to go ahead and, you know, I don't want this green. I changed my mind about the green. We are going to use number 52 instead. I'm waiting for a set of pan pastels to arrive, the light shades to do backgrounds. Heard they're not as messy as chalk pastels. Ooh, Yvonne, you'll have to let me know what you think. Hi, Rain, welcome. Smooth as butter. See, I haven't tried them. Okay, number 52. Just a bit of green on the less dominant purple side here. Chai says, good morning, watching on my TV while I get things done. Sounds good, Chai. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Just a a little bit of green. A little bit of green. And then we're gonna grab our handy dandy gel pens. And let's see, we're gonna grab, I think, let's see, which pink do we want? We're gonna use the gold Sleechy. Crystal says, oh, so pretty, lovely color combination of this. Thank you. Can't stay going to yoga for the first time about 40 years. Was she like, oh, good luck. Have fun. We might as well love it. Seems like it's just going to rain most of 2020. Well, I should come down here because it's like 75 today. At least it should just be 2 days this week and not 5. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see. That's just a pink metallic. I want the glitter. Let's see. That's a darker pink. I don't think I want to go with the darker pink. All right. So we're going to go with this kind of lighter pink. They don't have names for them, but lighter pink Arteza glitter gel pen and the gold Sleechy metallic gel pen. Sounds good, Chai. Just filling in these little teardrops. Sometimes when it's a little space like that, it's just easier to follow up with the gel pen. There we go. All right. Some pretty brightly colored little flowers there. Let's zoom out a bit. Boop. There we go. It's nice. All right, let's see. Let's do some yellow flowers down here. All right. Let's go ahead and grab, let's see, what do I want? Let's grab these two and this one. Okay, so we've got number 49. Do I want 49? No, I don't want 49. All right, so we're gonna get number 16, number 1, and number 10. Right there. Those three right there, okay? It's Pancake Day tomorrow in the UK. Do you have that in the USA? I don't know, Yvonne, but I might just make it Pancake Day anyway. Actually, tomorrow, I have a friend of mine is coming over because it is her birthday. Actually, technically today's her birthday, but she's coming over tomorrow. And I'm going to make a cheesecake and I think some mini quiches. My kids would probably like pancakes. We usually have something like that going on. 16. It's number 16. You know, there's like National Cookie Day or whatever else. But I'm always down for a National Pancake Day. Yvonne, what's your favorite kind of pancake? Like blueberry, plain, fruit on top. In fact, not just you, Yvonne, but what's everybody's favorite kind of pancake? We have pancakes today, though. Hi, Audrey. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are discussing pancakes. It's to do with Easter and Lent. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I guess that's coming up, isn't it? keep seeing Easter stuff out, but I also see St. Patrick's Day stuff out. It always confuses me when they put out the decorations and stuff for it so early. Blueberry? Yeah, blueberry's good. I've even done the thing where you put the pancakes in like the ketchup tube and you make like, you know, faces and stuff with the pancakes. The kids love that. Hi, Charlotte. Good morning. Lemon and sugar with ice cream. Oh, interesting. See, I can't talk. I like a nice real maple syrup, not the corn syrup version, and strawberries on top, like fresh strawberries. I think that's really good. All right, so that was number 16. Now we're gonna grab number 1. And I want to be able to leave just a little bit of a white tip at the end of this, so we're only gonna do a little bit. I mean, these flowers aren't that big. You've never had pancakes, Audrey? Oh, Crystal, it's National Pancake Day here too? Oh, cool. All right, awesome. But seriously, Audrey, how have you never had pancakes? Audrey, you need pancakes. Okay, wait. To be fair, Audrey, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but what country are you in, Audrey? Because pancakes may not be a common thing in certain countries. So it may depend. All right, number 10. Dang, Audrey, you're missing out. You need some pancakes. What I like to do when I make my pancakes, because it makes them extra fluffy, is I separate the eggs, and then I whip up the egg whites until it's stiff peaks. And then, after everything is mixed in with the pancakes, then I fold in the egg whites into the pancake batter, so it's super fluffy. And so I get like these nice, super thick, fluffy pancakes. They're really good. Czech Republic, Central Europe. Okay, well, Audrey, what is the breakfast of choice in the Czech Republic? I mean, because I know, like here, like the U.S., they love their sweet breakfasts, you know. So, you know, we've got our waffles, our French toast, our pancakes, you know, but we also like our eggs and bacon as well. But then there's, you know, in the U.K., they've got their full English breakfast. So, you know, you've got the beans, you've got the sausage, you've got, well, I don't know everything. I just know there's beans and sausage, and because I live in the U.S., I'm like, who eats beans for breakfast? But the UK does. But still, so, you know, every country, I think, has their own specific... Okay, well, the question is, Audrey, what don't you like about waffles? Because they are different. They are different. I put peanut butter in on? Yeah, my mother puts peanut butter on hers. Yeah, so Audrey, what is it you didn't like about waffles? Sorry, I didn't say. I'm using number 6. Number 6. A little bit of purple. Was it the taste? Was it the texture? Was it the toppings? Was it too sweet? Oh my gosh, I could have an entire conversation about that. We have cereals or bread with salty or sugary spread for breakfast. Okay. So yeah, what was it you didn't like about the waffles? Because really, you love waffles but not pancakes. There's a pretty big texture difference. Well, I guess it depends on the kind of waffles you're having. So waffles tend to be, you don't like the texture? Okay, all right. See, that's what it is. So Audrey, waffles tend to be a little bit crispier. You know, it's got the little, the little holes in it depending on the kind of waffle iron you make. And, you can put all your toppings in there. But the texture is completely different. Pancakes, literally think of it as like a springy cake almost. It can be anywhere from like this thin to, a little bit thicker. And they could be anywhere from this size to a little bit bigger, but they're soft. They're very soft. And the outside is soft. They're not crispy on the outside or anything. And then you can put things like blueberries in them. With waffles, it's harder to put blueberries because when you close the waffle iron, it's going to smash them all over the place. So pancakes offer a little bit more variety. So you can put blueberries in them, or you can just put the fruit on top. So yeah, pancakes are a bit of a different animal. Not even similar recipes. The recipes are even a little bit different. But I like to put vanilla and cinnamon and even a tiny little bit of allspice in my pancakes. Oh, you most definitely have, Yvonne. You get me talking about food. Oh my gosh, yeah, you've unleashed the beast. But yeah, and then, you put a nice little slab of butter on top and like on one pancake and then on the other one. Sometimes I like to slice strawberries. And so put a little bit of butter on the bottom pancake and then cover the bottom pancake. But I think I can't have them because they're too fatty, I guess. Well, if you eat them every day, I mean, sure. But, I mean, once a month, at least. That's not going to hurt anything, right? But, yeah, so I'll take the bottom pancake and then I'll cut thin slices of strawberries and then cover the top of the bottom pancake with strawberry slices. Then put on the top one some more butter and then the fresh maple syrup and then put that on top. But it all, obviously all warm and it's so good. Now all right, that's it. Stream's over. I'm making pancakes. No, I'm kidding. Peace out, guys. I got pancakes to make. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Kenny, I use gluten-free Bisquick. Yes, there, yeah, I use that for other stuff as well, like making sausage balls and such. Oh, okay, there you go. Call me crazy, but I still don't understand the combination of chicken and waffles. Yes, Chai, me either. We moved to Texas, and it was like, chicken and waffles, chicken and waffles. I'm like, that's so weird. Who puts chicken in waffles? It's one's lunch, one's breakfast. I am on board with you on that one, Chai. I don't get it. After pancakes, it'll be hot cross buns for Easter. Oh, hot cross buns are nice. I used to work in a bakery and we made a bunch of them around Easter time. Waffles have a little bit of oil in them, which make them taste different. Yeah, for sure. Well, and so yeah, with pancakes, technically you can use oil, but they taste so much better if you use fresh butter to make them. Oh, mercy! Pancakes are healthy. They have milk in them, right? I put strawberries on them. See? That's healthy. Charles, I love pancakes with strawberries on top. Yeah, exactly. Digestion issues, so I have to limit the fat I can just... that's fair. But what about... And eggs, yeah. There's gotta be a way to make, like, a low-fat pancake, right? Like, use some of that butter that's not, like, actually butter, that's, like, challenge butter or something. And then, skim milk, I suppose. Yeah, it's salt and sweets. Yep. I had waffles before I was diagnosed, so I didn't know that I can't have... I gotcha. I'm from Texas and still know. Exactly, Chai, exactly. Yeah, chicken and waffles. That's just... I remember when we moved here, I was just like, what the heck is that? Oh, I'm using number 73, by the way. Like, what? Why is that a combination? I don't understand. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. All right, number 16... I don't know, and I don't even know where chicken and waffles came from. Like, who came up with that? Because, I mean, I guess the idea is you have the waffles and the chicken, and then you pour syrup on top of all of it. Like, I don't like the idea of fried chicken with syrup on top of it. Not to mention, that just sounds so heavy. Like, so heavy. Like, it would just sit in the bottom of my stomach and I would regret it for like 2 weeks. Oh, no way. Maybe fried chicken with some fresh veggies for dinner. Maybe, you know, a couple pancakes with some fresh fruit for breakfast. But put together? Oh my gosh, that's like a heart attack on a plate. Bisquick has a Heart Smart box for them. So good. Oh, nice. Very nice. They have it here in Tennessee, too. Yeah, see, I just don't get it. I don't get it. If you're eating pancakes, eat the good stuff. There you go, Shannon. Yeah, I like to make my pancakes from scratch, but what we'll do is I will make a bunch of them, and then I will freeze them so that my kids can have pancakes whenever they want. Yeah, there can be a lot of sugar, but here's what I do, because I also can't do a bunch of sugar. So, Chai, when I make them at home, I cut the sugar that's supposed to go in the pancake batter in half. Then I have the fresh strawberries, and then the syrup is like, obviously I can choose how much to put on there. I'll put like a light drizzle on top. So there are ways to control the sugar. I mean, I figure a pancake batter doesn't need that much sugar to begin with because you put sugar on it. I love it for dinner, right? So, funny story, until my husband and I got together, I didn't really know that breakfast for dinner was a thing. Fried chicken tenders does taste quite yummy with syrup on it, but I won't eat sausage. Oh, you won't eat sausage with that syrup. Yeah, see, I just don't get that. Like, I don't get the... Let's see. What color do I want to do? Oh, I wanted to do a teal. Yeah, it just blows my mind. All these things about Texas I had to learn. Let's see. Oh, I got your stamped flower in the mail yesterday. Going to put them on my planner, hoping you make more. Oh, I'm so glad, Charlotte. I need low salt pancakes, so I make my own. Yeah, see, exactly. You can alter the recipes a little bit. I'm so glad, Charlotte. Yay. All right, so number 38. See, I'm particular about sausage too. Like, I don't do like spicy food well, but for a couple Christmases ago or birthday or something. Anyway, my husband got me it was like an Outlander cookbook, you know, from the show Outlander. So it was like a lot of Scottish recipes. And there was a sage pork sausage recipe in there where you make your own sausage, and I made it. And it was actually really, really good. So that one was good. So I think if I can, you know, control how much spice is in it, that's one thing. All right, number 38. I know, right? I'm going to go make pancakes now. Pancakes for lunch, kids! And I know I'm doing like a green, but we're going to be using a blue, so it's gonna brighten up a little bit. I got syrup on my way, so 8 years ago, but it was accident. Oh, gotcha. It didn't taste bad. Interesting. Oh, got syrup on your sausage. Ah, gotcha. I mean, if I had to choose, though, definitely bacon over sausage. Okay, let's see. Number 35. I used to make whole wheat banana pecan pancakes when my son was young. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's the other one I like, is I like to make banana pancakes. But what I'll do is, so I'll pour the batter, and then I'll take slices of bananas, and on the side that, you know, isn't on the first side on that's cooking, I'll then place the slices on there, and then when it's ready to flip, then I flip it over, and then you've got, you know, a pretty side of the pancake, and on the underside, you've got the bananas there. I haven't done it in a while, though, because my kids didn't like it. So it's like, right, if I'm making a bunch of pancakes, I need to just make it for myself, really. Okay, number 35. I'm going to kind of go over that green a little bit because the idea is I wanted kind of like a teal flower. So by going over it with this kind of lighter blue-green color, it's taking out just a bit of that green. And in fact, we may actually grab one of our blues here real quick. Number 37. Just go over that just a tad more. There we go. That's better. All right, back to number 35. I'm also not a huge fan of nuts. I think a big part of it is the texture. So like whenever, you know, recipe calls for, you know, walnuts and, you know, banana nut bread, or, you know, and walnuts and, you know, oatmeal raisin or whatever, or even nuts like in chocolate chip cookies, like I had a whim the other day where I wanted some Rocky Road. I don't know why, like Rocky Road ice cream. And it sounded so good. Of course, in my head, I thought that there were peanuts in Rocky Road, which I think there used to be. But I think because peanut allergies are such a well-known thing now, they switched it to almonds. So it wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I remembered. And there weren't nearly enough marshmallows in it. And then I totally regretted it afterwards anyway, so I doubt that I will get it again. But, you know, you go in expecting one thing and, you know, you come out with another. Okay. There we go. All right, now number 37. Tone down some of that green just a bit. All right, now we're gonna grab number 10. 1 second. Got an itch. Itch. All right, so number 10 now. There we go. All right, and then I want to grab... I would smash the banana and add it to the batter like you would making banana bread. They're delicious and very filling. Oh, that's nice. See, I think the reason I like the sliced ones is because then once you flipped it over, because you've, you know, got a little bit of, not even grease, you know, like maybe a little bit of butter left on the pan. When you flip it over and let the bananas cook on the other side, you almost get kind of like a caramelized banana, if that makes sense. So it like brought out the, like it enhanced the flavor of the banana itself. All right, number 23. Gosh, now I want banana pancakes. I have bananas. I have stuff to make pancakes. There's a good chance I'm making banana pancakes for lunch. Like, it's a thing. It's happening. I think I want to sharpen this a little bit. I do need a little bit more of a fine point for this red. And that's shaking the whole table. I do like buckwheat or whole wheat pancakes and waffles. I always eat my breakfast items for dinner, so I don't eat breakfast in the morning. Oh, corned beef, hash cooked grits. Oh, yeah. That sounds good. I enjoy talking about food. do a tad more red there. There we go. All right. It was my idea, so send me some. Might be a bit of a messy package, though. I know, right? We'll just freeze dry it. Freeze dry the pancakes. That's a thing, right? All right, we're getting all the flowers done here. All right, let's do these ones here. Okay. All right, so let's use... Yeah. We're going to do number 29, number 25, and number 10. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to do this side yellow or this side yellow? I think I want to do outside yellow. Yeah, definitely the outside yellow. I'm just kind of doing like flicks outwards. I'm not necessarily going back and forth here. And that kind of helps with the gradient a little bit. Oh, and to answer your question, Charlotte, yes, I am working on more. I'm working on a teapot sticker at the moment. It's going to end up being a little bit different than the other one. It's not going to be completely holographic like the mushroom one was. It's going to have a white background, and then just bits of it are going to be holographic, but then the rest is going to be solid. At least that's what the hope is. But it probably won't be out for another couple of weeks still. I want to make sure that it gets printed correctly. I have a specific vision in mind. In fact, I think I've shown it to some of you, but I can give you another quick sneak peek of the sticker. I'm actually pretty pleased with it. Do you like breakfast tacos? I love potato and egg with cheese. So, yeah, Charlotte, I do, on the regular, I actually make myself a breakfast burrito. It's pretty simple, though. I'll do a tortilla with egg and cheese, and then a little bit of like I like a nice kind of chunky salsa with bits of tomato. But if I have potatoes around, heck yeah, I'm going to add potatoes. But, yeah, I'll do a full breakfast burrito, not a taco. Okay, I'm going to pull up this teapot here so you can see. Okay, now keep in mind it's going to look more saturated on the video here than it is in real life, but you get the idea. So this is going to be the design for the next sticker, but I'm still working on getting it printed the way that I want it to. So the idea is everything that's pink will be it's flipping around. will be holographic, and then all of this kind of dark blue filigree will be holographic. So that's the idea, but it may take a little bit to get it exactly the way I want it. So, you know, we'll keep working with it until I'm happy with it. But yeah, I wanted to step up the game a little bit for the next one. Yeah, Kenny, I use flour tortillas too, yeah. That's actually, honestly, my go-to breakfast a lot of times, because going to work, fell asleep, 3 a.m. here. Okay, sounds good, Pam, get some rest. Because between the eggs and the cheese, if I have low blood sugar, like, it just pops me, you know, it perks me right up. Just using that number 29 right now. Just kind of doing little outward flicks. There you go. That's good, Charlotte. Love breakfast pizza too. Now my mouth is watering. I don't get hungry anymore since my surgery, but my mouth is watering. That's good. Well, what's, I'll be honest, I'm not totally familiar with breakfast pizza, Patty. What's breakfast pizza? Because that sounds pretty good too. Good morning from Seattle. Good morning, Julie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I miss Seattle. I'm going to go back to Seattle. All right, number 25. I think I just missed the Pacific Northwest in general. I really should go back for a visit. One of these days. Still using that number 25. There we go. All right. Then number 10. Squeaky chair. Breakfast pizza. Hi, Margot. Let's see, is it Margot or Margot? I feel like it's I'll see if it was Margot, it'd be without the T. How do you pronounce your name? I think I was calling you Margot last time. Because it could be similar to like Margaret. But instead of Margaret, it's Margot. But maybe I'm putting too much emphasis on the "ot." Help me out here. Breakfast pizzas with scrambled eggs, sausage, hammer, bacon, and other items. Kind of like breakfast burrito unrolled. Interesting. Interesting. You know, my mom used to make hamburger pizza. I really like hamburger pizza. But it's literally just, like, think of it like a sausage pizza, but with hamburger on it. I don't know why, but maybe it's just because I was a kid and, like, I have good memories of it. So, like, as an adult, I'm like, yeah, delicious. I probably should make it as an adult. Also try not to butcher people's names too bad, which is why I asked when I'm legitimately curious, because I don't want to continually call you the wrong name. Margarita. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. I do not like hamburger on pizza. Patty. Hi, Sue. Welcome. Patty, I do not like hamburger on pizza. That's like hamburger on pizza is like blasphemy for Patty. No, I'm kidding. Okay, that's number 10. All right, there we go. Your name is always butchered. Well, see, I think like chai as in chai tea. I assume I've been spelling it or pronouncing it right? Chai as in chai tea. I guess that's just what I assume. Chai as in, yeah. Let's see. What do I want next? Let's grab our red one more time. Do we want that one? No. Let's grab 23. Let's bring some of that red up. We had a breakfast pizza a couple weeks ago. It had a biscuit crust. I actually liked it, although I could only eat a small portion. Ooh, a biscuit crust. That sounds interesting. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to make a quiche tomorrow. Just mini quiches. But I usually just go simple, and I'll put spinach on some and then cheese on others. Oh, it's like shy. Oh, well, I have been pronouncing it wrong. All right, so I'm just going to lay this out here now. If you come into chat and I pronounce your name wrong, please do not be afraid to tell me that I'm wrong. Please, please, please. I have no problem correcting me. Spell it phonetically if you have to. But yeah, do not be... I'm so sorry, Shy. I have been calling you Chai since you first came in here. Oh my lord. So yes, please, please, please. If I pronounce it wrong, feel free to correct me. I will not be embarrassed. I will just be like, oh, okay, good to know. And then I will hopefully remember. Which is why a lot of times when somebody they go by their actual name in chat, but, you know, their screen name is obviously different. Actually, I make a note of it and I write it down. I mean, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of people that I talk to and everything. And so if I don't write it down, I don't, you know, always remember. But I reference those sticky notes all the time until, you know, it's stuck in my brain and I memorize it. Oh, you tried? I'm so sorry, Shannon. Well, see, I saw you refer to her as Shy, but I assumed that it was just one of those things where you call her Shy, but not necessarily that's what her screen... You know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, CB doesn't go by CB, she goes by Connie. And so I guess in my head I thought, oh, maybe she's familiar enough with her that she calls her Shy and not Chai. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so embarrassed. Oh Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Good times. But see, I won't forget now. I won't forget now. Now it's stuck in my head. So, hi, Shy. Welcome to chat. I'm so glad you're here. My husband likes it, but not me. We make pizza, calzones, and stromboli handmade and let everyone fix the way they like it. I love garlic, Alfredo sauce, broccoli, and chicken for fixing sometimes. Oh, that sounds good. We've known each other for so many years. Oh, good, good. Yeah, lately, so, you know, as far as, like, pizza toppings go, like, not just breakfast, but pizza toppings, like, for the longest time, I just ate, you know, Hawaiian, which is, you know, the pineapple with ham and everything, which, you know, there's a surprising amount of controversy with pineapple pizza. You are either for it or vehemently against it, apparently. But lately, I've been enjoying chicken with red peppers and... oh, hi, Connie! Hello. Perfect timing. Chicken with red peppers and red onions is what I've been enjoying on pizza lately. Because see, truth be told, Connie, yours is one of the ones on my sticky note, and when I glanced up to look at it, yours was the first one I saw because I have yours written in caps. So, I mean, I have it memorized now, but it's part of a sticky note that has a list of everybody's on it, and so, you know... But good timing. Good timing. All right, so we're going to use 76. Yeah, and it's more so I keep it up there until I have it memorized. So, you know, obviously I've got CB's memorized now. Mostly because I know I've got a horrible memory. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And so it's more like training my brain, you know what I mean? So 3, like, honestly, a lot of the parents at my kids' school, I don't remember a lot of their names. I know which kid is theirs, and I know their kids' names, and I can match the kid with the parent, but I don't necessarily always remember the parent's name. And a big part of that is because I help out in my kids' classrooms and their parties and everything like that. And so, you know, the kids like it, you know, if you know their name and stuff. And so it'll be awful when I'll run into someone, sorry, that was number 49. I'm going to use number 1. It's awful when I run into somebody at, like, Target, at one of the parents. And I know them, but I don't remember their name. And they're like, hey, Emily. And I'm like, hey, you? How's it going? You know? I'm horrible with names. So it's not on here. It's in real life too. I'm awful. Let's see. Oh, Della says, gotta go. We have a bee removal guy coming this morning. We have a large hive in our fireplace. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Well, good luck with that, Della. Thanks for popping in. Gotta ask for the hair video. I've got I've got to get my flick game down. Ah, there you go. Yeah. I write them down too. See? Yeah, because like I said, I want to be able to remember all them, and I'd feel worse, 76 by the way, and I'd feel worse if I forget them. And so I was just like, we need to make it up. That's what I need sticky notes for my kids' school. Just, you know, write all the parents' names down on my arm, so whenever I run into one at Target, I'm like, oh, you're so-and-so with so-and-so's kid. Yeah. Don't feel bad, I don't know all my kids' names on my butt. It's usually just the ones who get into trouble. That seems about it, though. Yeah. But, you know, because you're having to yell their names like, hey, Billy, sit down. Stop touching Joey's hair. Tommy, stop throwing things. Yeah. It's hilarious. All right, let's see. So, what colors do we have here? We've got blue, yellow, pinky purple, kind of teal, kind of an orangey red. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe a good solid purple here. Because we got kind of 2 blues. Kind of the warmer side here. Sounds like me with my dogs. I know, right? Yeah, I'm thinking purple. Yeah. Purple. With maybe a little tiny blue highlight, perhaps? I'm horrible with names. Embarrassing at times. Yes, exactly. Like I said, and it's worse when they remember your name. Like, because then you're like, crap. They made the effort to file away in their head what my name was. Exactly what happens. I know, right? Thanks, Shy. It's like I said, they made the effort to, you know, file away what my name was, and yet I was thinking about 20 other things that day and didn't remember if I changed my socks. You know, I'm just saying. I got a lot of things on my mind. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's funny, you know, the bus pulls up and, you know, the door opens and, you know, you hear the bus driver yell at the kids, sit down! I distinctly remember that from my childhood, though. Of course, you know, the buses in the 80s were a little bit different. Now they're like, you know, the boys sit on one side, the girls sit on the other, which is good, and there's like cameras in the bus. I think buses are much safer these days than they used to be. All right, so we're going to start with number 6. This is our darker purple. These are kind of small, so I only have 3 colors that we're going to use in here. You might use one other color to help emphasize the shaded parts, but that's about it. A little bit, yeah, Kenny, it is nice. It is nice. It's no fun when you're not feeling yourself, but I've definitely Definitely perked up. Just kind of took it easy this weekend. Didn't do a ton of stuff. I tend to overload. And last weekend was super busy. Next weekend we've got like 2 birthday parties to take the kids to. But yeah, I just took it easy this weekend and just kind of recuperated, you know? Getting this purple in here. Ah, thanks, Sue. Yes, my kids have to sit on either boy's side or girl's side. My camera's very handy. Had 5 write-ups last week due to pulling the video. Ah. Yeah, see, that's nice. And that makes me feel much better about the buses. You know, you can sleep more soundly when you know that every portion of when your kids are away from you at school is monitored, and you know that they're doing their best to keep them safe, you know? Did I say chai again? Chai is so convenient. Oh, no, you're saying the camera is so convenient. Okay. I thought you were saying chai was so convenient. I might have defaulted. If I default, I'm sorry. Because it's also very possible. Now, I'm going to wire to my brain. Shy, 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 shy. It's like when I sing Annie. Annie, bo, banny, banana, fanna, bo, fanny, me, my, mo, manny, Annie. So now I'll sing shy, shy, bo, bye, banana, fanna, fo, fi, me, my, mo, my, shy. Yeah, I'm a big dork and I know it. Well, to be fair, we were singing the Annie song about the cat, and then Annie in chat came on, and it just, you know, it just happened. It happens naturally. My sister I'll say we can't always see what's going on because we were supposed to be driving. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. My sister drives a high school bus. That's always interesting. Oh my gosh. I could never drive a high school bus. You know, for the longest time I thought I wanted to teach high schoolers. And then I grew up and, you know, went through high school, and I was just like, high schoolers are mean. I don't want to teach high school. Aw, thanks, Kenny. A lot of little flowers here in there. How many are there anyway? Well, I guess we've only got like 2.5 more. My husband's singing She's So Shy, Shy to her. What's that song? I feel like that's something I should know. Driving a school bus is something I've always wanted to do. Really, Kenny? Interesting. My high school is a lot easier than middle school. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Middle schoolers are probably a bit more rambunctious. Most high schoolers are probably just on their phones. Okay, 2 more here. 2 more flowers. Oh, thanks, Patty. Oh, I'm sure I do. Now I'm curious. Is that the full song, You're So Shy Shy? Or She's So Shy Shy? Are you still planning a pencil stream like you mentioned on Facebook? I am, Crystal. So I did a story, an Instagram story, and a post on here, and I got a lot of good ideas. So yes, I am. I'm not quite sure when. Maybe I'll do it later this week. Yes, but yes, I am. With things like Crayolas and blending other pencils together and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to make up a little list of things to make sure I want to, you know, touch base on and everything. But yes, most definitely. They're going through the puberty and those hormones. I know. I'm to be perfectly honest, that is probably the stage I am least looking forward to. I like it when they're younger and they don't want phones and boys aren't an issue. But I'm already like getting a preview of like what's to come. My daughter came home and told me the boys called her cute, and I was like, what? No. I know I've never said how old she actually is, but let's just say she is, you know, she's not in kindergarten or pre-K anymore, but it was a little shocking. My daughter wanted to get bused to school, but it was a 5-minute walk. She cried all the way. Her friend lived in the country. This was 20 years ago. Aww. That's cute. All right, number 62. I love kids too, but not all kids are easy to deal with. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know that I could do that. I mean, half the time, you know, my own kids are like hollering in the car, and I'm like, Mommy needs to concentrate. Wanted me to switch the CDs while I'm driving, you know, like 70 on the highway. I'm like, I'm not switching the music right now. Mommy's driving. Hey to the men, Charlotte, the parents. Woo! Do you have kid superpowers, Kenny? I find, though, that even as an adult, maybe not necessarily an obvious authority figure, but as an adult, we definitely have a little bit of power as far as kids are concerned. I remember there was this one time I was at, I think in the grocery store or Walmart or something, and I was standing there, you know, looking for what I needed, and this boy is with his mother, and he had this toy, and where the toy went was probably just about, you know, not very, like, it was maybe, you know, a couple not end caps, but, you know, sections away. Like, he wouldn't have been, you know, he was probably about 11 or 12 as it was, and where this toy needed to, you know, belonged was not very far from him. Well, his mother was busy with, you know, his younger sibling or something like that. He wanted the toy. She said he couldn't have the toy. And so he was all grumpy about it and went and just set it on the shelf. But it was a shelf that it specifically didn't belong. Like, it's okay, here's the toys, here's all the notebook stuff. And he just set the toys on the notebook stuff. And I just kind of looked over at him. And I just sort of raised my eyebrow. And, like, I didn't say anything, but I just sort of raised my eyebrow and looked at it. And he got all sheepish. And he grabbed the toy, and then he went and put it back where it was. And so it was just like, oh, a grown-up caught me. And I was always amused by that. Oh, you were saying it's not so much kids, lots of times it's parents. We can't touch them, I just write them up, and eventually they figure out I'm not playing. That's fair. That's fair. I can't handle the kids. Parents are a struggle. Yes, I have a few parents that are no help. I don't know, for when I get down to their level, eye to eye. That helps. That helps. Yep, eye level, don't feed their tantrum. They just want attention. Exactly, exactly. There we go. All right. There is all of that. Now, what do I want? I think the blue is going to make it too muddy. I think I'm actually going to grab the yellow, number 10. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, totally ignore the extra tension, yeah. Okay, number 10. Just around the inside here a little bit. These are smaller, so it's harder sometimes to add a ton of level detail, but when you kind of look at it from far away, then you kind of get the effect, you see? Get that in focus there. Lower it just a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Get all these flowers here. It's got a little bit of a glare from this light. There we go, and let's see if we can get that a little bit more in focus. Yeah, there we go. So we're getting those flowers. Then we're going to start adding some green too. Oh, most definitely. I know, right, Sue? The look. You have a look, Emily. That usually works for me in the store. In the store I work. Yeah, exactly. You know, just the look. Like, excuse me. It'll work on my own kids too. You know, like they'll come up and they'll demand something. You know, there'll be no please behind it or anything, and I'll just look at them and they'll be like, "What?" And I'll, you know, maybe cross my. Oh, thanks, Scotty. I'll maybe cross my arms and I'll just kind of be like, you know, just look at them. You know. Not glaring or anything, but just give them a look, and then they're like racking their brain thinking, "Ah, oh, crap, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, please, please." They remember the magic word. All right, let's see. Let's start on these leaves here. There we go. Let's lighten that up just a tad. There we go. We're pretty clear, but let's just double check. There we go. All right. So we did kind of the blue-green here, so I want to do... My kids would sit and be quiet in a second. I know, right? Let's see. Grab our greens. I don't want to do that kind of darker bluish green. I don't know that I want to do a yellowish one, so I think we'll use these three colors here. So move this over here so you can see. So we've got 5, 52, and 50. Okay, so we're going to start with these and then we'll add reds as we need to. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, you know, with the Ergosofts, you almost can't help but get a soft look to them. Oh, you know what? I realized I left out the middle of these purple flowers. 1 second. We are going to grab some gel pen and do that. And I think rather than the gold like we did the other, I want to do a yellow glitter, I think. Do I? Do I? Maybe not yellow glitter. Maybe we will do the gold. One thing with the yellow glitter is that it's very yellow. Like almost bright yellow. This is much more similar to, you know, a gold color. Well, and granted, that one's not meant to be a gold. It's meant to be a glitter yellow. And that's what it is. It's very yellow. There we go. That's better. That's better. I just give them the third eye scowl and they know it isn't good. I know, right? There we go. All right. Back over here. All right, so let's start with number 5. Exactly, yeah. I always end up with like a real nice kind of soft pastel look to it. Super pretty. All right, so number 5. Thanks for that, Shannon. Jeremy's bad about hiding from me in the clothes racks. When he was 5, scared me to death. We were talking about what he'll do if Sadie hides in public. He's so sorry for scaring me. Oh, I know, right? We, so at the grocery store that we take the kids to sometimes, they have these little grocery carts that are kid-size carts. And I just had my daughter with me, and she loved using the cart and everything, and it was fine. And she had her little cart, and I was checking out, and I had said something like, why don't you go grab your cart, mostly because it was in the way. And so my idea was she was just going to move her cart to the end of where my cart was at. But she misunderstood, and she thought that I had asked her to go put her cart away, which, keep in mind, I mean, imagine the length of a grocery store. I was in the middle, and her cart goes all the way to the other end, and this is like a busy weekend too, so there's loads of people. So, you know, I'm paying and everything, and I'm looking down, assuming she's right there, and I look up, and she's gone. I see none of her. I see no cart. I, like, had such a moment of panic. I went to the end of the aisle, checked in, I see her bolting with her car, and I probably yelled louder in the store than I should have, but I yelled her name, and of course everybody stopped to look up, and she still couldn't hear me, and she came running back, and, you know, she was fine, but it was that brief second of, she was gone. Like, and of course, you know, it all happens in a matter of, like, 5 seconds, but it seems like a lifetime when you look up, and all of a sudden your child isn't there. So we had a talk about safety, and, you know, we explained that in that busy of a store, you know, I would not be able to get to her where someone, you know, because she was right near the main door. Like, somebody could have, you know, just snatched her, and I'm just like, ah! So we had, you know, a non-panicked conversation about not being that far away from me in a very far grocery store. And, you know, it was an honest mistake. She honestly thought that I told her to go put away her grocery cart, but it was enough to send me into a free fall panic. I was like, ah! Oh, so much, Kenny. So much. Like, it was, I was literally in a panic. Like, I'm sure everybody stopped to look up when I yelled her name, because, yeah, I sounded like a severely panicked parent. You know, and I'm just like, ah. The first time I traveled with both the kids in an airport by myself, they were, you know, it was a couple years ago, so they were considerably younger. I got one of those, because, you know, we were in the airport and we were traveling, you know, across the country, so I got those wrist leashes. Not, you know, the backpack leash, but I had the wrist leashes, and so I had each kid attached to a hand, and it worked. It worked. I probably looked like one of those paranoid parents, but you know what? I was traveling by myself with my kids, and I knew they were safe, and I knew that they were physically attached to me. So at that point, I didn't really care what the other parents thought of me. I was just like, my kid's safe. I'm good. My job is done. You know, there just comes a point as a parent that you have to not compare yourself to other parents or not worry about other people judging you when you know that what you're doing for your kids is in their best interest, you know? Oh, Kenny, it so is. And, you know, I think that it was just as terrifying when we were kids, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. But the problem is we have so much access to information that we're very aware of what could happen, you know, because it's not like kidnappings didn't happen, you know, in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. They just weren't the stories weren't as readily accessible, you know, they weren't as advertised as much. And so I think because we are so hyper aware of what could happen, you know, I think that, you know, makes us a little bit more, you know, neurotic. Let's see. Kenny, he does now as an adult. He did it once in a grocery store. He couldn't find me. He went to the front. They called my name. I was desperately looking. Oh, Charlotte, I would die. Oh, my goodness. At about 5, my daughter kept running off in Sears. So to finally teach her, I waited until she was behind something. Then I hid. She turned and could not find me, but I kept her in sight until she was. Okay, Donna. Until she was almost in tears, getting very scared. Then I popped up and she ran to me and never left me again in the store. So I've kind of done that because my kids have a tendency to get distracted in Target. And so I I popped to the next aisle, still being able to watch, I could see them, they couldn't see me. But, after telling them, for the 10th time, don't dawdle, stay with me, they don't want to hold my hand, but they don't want to walk with me either. And so I stand there just long enough for them to be, I probably didn't, it was just long enough for them to get concerned, be like, Mommy, like, I'm right here, but this is why you should stay with me, That's what I'm thinking, Kenny. My son, when he was 3, in the middle of a round clothes rack, couldn't find him for about 20 minutes. Several store clerks helped look for him, and one of them found him because he was laughing. Oh my goodness. See, I do have a distinct memory, though, of hiding in the clothes racks. I don't think it was for any extended period of time, but I do remember it. And my son likes to go in the clothes racks, too, but I'm just like, get out of there. That's exactly why. When I was a kid in the 70s, adults were someone to ask for help. However, so much on the media internet these days. Exactly. They're so fun. They're their size, Charlotte. And it's just like this tiny little playhouse that just calls out to them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right, Yvonne? Yeah, so I knew she was safe. I didn't physically leave them at all, but it's just enough to make them realize this is the reason. Exactly, it's like a fort. Number 52. This is why you stay with Mommy. It's my job to keep you safe, make sure you grow up happy, healthy, and a productive member of society. But I can't do that if you don't listen to what I say. And she's old enough now too that she already thinks that I have days where I'm being number 5. We have days where I'm pretty sure she thinks I'm just like, why is she doing that? Like, she doesn't think I'm stupid, but she does think that she's smarter than me on some days. And so I've had to tell her, I was just like, do you honestly think that I have not gone through what you have gone through? That I don't know, like, what you're talking... Anyway, it's interesting. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're a long ways from teenager. I don't know what's happening. That was over 50 years ago and the store was nearly empty. Yeah, exactly. Tie a balloon to their wrist. There you go. Saw that somewhere. Yeah. Tyler and Kenny have never thought. Yeah, exactly. It's like my heart is pounding just talking about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. But yeah, I'm probably just too hyper aware, because back in the day, unless you had the news, just popping on your phone and getting whatever's on CNN, that wasn't a thing, like magazines and stuff on the rack. Like I remember as a kid, seeing magazines on the rack about, the OJ trial or, Princess Diana or whatever else. But I don't have any distinct memories of any headlines of anybody being kidnapped or, anything like that. But now it's just with the internet and everything, we have so much access to everything, and which is good because I think it makes us safer parents, but I think it makes us very aware of the dangers and what really could happen. I don't know, I guess on some levels, growing up the way we did, on one hand it brings to mind, the ignorance is bliss kind of thing, but now we have no excuse, all the information is at our fingertips. I thought I was going to pass out, throw up, and have a heart attack all at once. It was horrible. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, and for the most part, they do get it. But, they're kids. Their attention spans are, pretty small. So it's not surprising, when they get distracted by a toy or so, just gentle reminders of like, hey, keep up. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like a fort. We didn't have CNN. We had Mrs. Hodges on the party line. Oh, how funny, Sue. Yeah, I think it's a day and age in which we have access to a lot of information. Which, like I said, is good on some aspects. We get alerts via cell and devices. Exactly. Which is also, a good thing because many kids have been found. It works, but it's just, I guess my point is that I would assume that there were just as many dangers back in the day. We just weren't as aware of them, She was better than CNN. Yeah, you probably didn't get any fake news with that. No, I'm kidding. No politics. I apologize. But yeah, kids are a ride, to be sure. To be sure. I mean, but I remember as a kid too, like, it seemed fun to hide, you know? I don't know. Alright, let's see. Now, we had a party line in the 70s when we lived in the country. I hated that when I was talking to my boyfriend. Oh, man, Charlotte, I can only imagine. That would have to be entertaining. Let's see. 50. Gosh, a party line. I guess you'd have to be real careful what you talk to, like, on a party line. I mean, I guess somebody else would have to be on the other end of the receiver. Because it's just essentially a shared phone line, right? Did you all, like, pitch in on the cost or something? I mean, I was definitely pre-party line, you know, as far as how old I am, but, you know. I do, you know, remember when cell phones came out. My parents had the big old briefcase cell phone that was all the rage. Not everyone was willing to share the line. So I'm assuming there was somebody on it quite a bit. Number 10 now. Emily, yes, we didn't have a choice at the time. Oh, that's fair, yeah. Everyone had their own phone bill. So if it was a shared line, then did the phone company like recognize which apartment or which house was calling? How did they know who to bill what to who? My husband occasionally works in schools like Tristan. He has to be very careful. Say a kid falls over, etc. I can't go near. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I get that. Usually a phone company didn't have enough lines to go to each individual, so a shared line with one or two families. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and grab number 23. You got a monthly bill? Oh, so did you just like split it? Sorry, I know these are probably no-brainer questions. Using 23 right now, by the way. I think I forgot to mention that. Got a little bit on the outside. And I'm not even in frame. Yay! Oh, goodness me. Alright, let's fix that a little bit. There we go. You ever see those videos where they try to get teenagers they saved on infrastructure back then? Yeah, that's fair. I get that. Where they try to get teens to use a rotary phone. Because that's hilarious. But, I mean, a rotary phone is no-brainer to me. I mean, we had a rotary phone growing up, so maybe that's why, but it didn't, I don't know, I guess it just seems obvious. Let's see. We had one for a short time. Wasn't very nice when the other party would not relinquish the line, even if it was extremely important. And Mrs. H kept the line from early morning till our dinner time, when we would pick up our receiver and ask her to hang up, and she would huff and puff. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Let's see. Okay. Pretty nice right there. All right, and then let's use this glitter gel pen here. How many phone numbers do I remember? Gosh, well, I remember my childhood number. Currently, I know I used to know my mother's number, and then it changed. I know my husband's number off the top of my head. I think I've forgotten a lot of them. I remember when I was younger, though, I did have a lot of the numbers memorized. I mean, you had to. I didn't get my first phone until, gosh, I was a senior in high school. And it was this teeny tiny little thing. But before that, I remember I'd actually write them down in an address book. See, and I remember most phone numbers in the U.S. now all start with, there's, what is that, 10 numbers because you have the first 3. But I do remember my childhood number, you only had to do 7 numbers, just the first 3 numbers and the last 4. And you only had to type in the area code if you were calling long distance, which you never did because that was really expensive. But, yeah, I remember my childhood number. And I have my kids, I taught them, I had them memorize my number, and I think they know my husband's number. Which is good. I mean, because especially for our youngest, he's done a pretty good job with it. And then we're working on memorizing our street address as well. I can't remember any of my old numbers. I'm almost 74. Sometimes I can barely remember my current one. That's fair. Now I don't even remember any of my kids' numbers. I can't remember any of my old numbers. My husband still has the note he wrote my phone number from 38 years ago. Oh, Yvonne. That is so sweet. Aww. Kudos to Yvonne's husband. That's cute. You're 52. Now, I do have a backup of all the phone numbers in the event that, something happens with my phone, if I lose it or if it glitches out or whatever. So, despite the fact that I can't remember, I do have a backup of all my contacts. Which has come in handy from time to time. Sorry, did I say I'm using number 52? It's come in handy from time to time. I think I've still got one of the movie tickets from my husband and I's first date somewhere. Probably in a box somewhere. I still have my wedding bouquet, though. Ooh, I'm actually wearing today. Today, I am wearing the first piece of jewelry that my husband ever gave me. I think it was a Valentine's Day. And it's this right here. It's just something little and simple. I'm wearing it today, but this was his first gift to me when we were, gosh, how old were we? Not 18. Was I 18? No, I wasn't 18. Not 19. I might have been 20? Yeah, I think it was 20 when we first started dating. Gosh, I don't know. It was ages ago. Sorry, now I'm fiddling with the necklace. I was trying to put it back on. We'll put it on after stream. But yeah, I think I was 20, so. Yeah, still have that. The chain's been replaced a couple times over the years, but yeah. It was funny though, he always joked because that was like our first big holiday celebrated together was Valentine's Day. And he always joked that he set the bar too high at the beginning. He started with jewelry. Probably one of my favorite things that he has done was for my birthday a couple years ago. He took me to a place in Waco. Aw, I know, right, Dee Dee? Give me a gold one just like that. What a coincidence. Yeah, he's super sweet. But yeah, probably one of my favorite, not even gifts, but activities was, like I said, a couple years ago for my birthday. He took me, we went over to Waco for the day. We got a babysitter for the day, and he took me over to Waco, and we went horseback riding. And then there was like this little, not Amish, but it might have been a Mennonite village. But anyway, basically it was this kind of village where they make everything there, like all of their food from scratch. You know, they harvest it, they make it. Anyway, needless to say, really good food. So we went up there and we went horseback riding for like an hour, and then we went and had really good food, and I loved that. That was absolutely wonderful. Number 57. That was probably one of my favorite experiences. I'd like to do it again, but dang, getting a babysitter for that whole time, and because we were gone like literally all day, because Waco's a couple hours from us, but it was totally worth it. I've always said that, like, if I ever get a place with property, I'd love to get a horse. But I also would like to be able to hire someone to take care of the horse because, well, that doesn't sound like any fun. I just want to ride the horse. That's all I want to do. I don't know. Does that make me lazy? I don't know. All right, number 56. Probably makes me a little lazy. I don't know. I have kids. I keep them alive. I just want to ride the horse. All right, there's that one. Now we're going to go ahead and grab number 25. But I definitely didn't get a cowboy hat for the occasion. I mean, I was riding a horse in Texas. You have to wear a cowboy hat. That's just the rule, right? You ride a horse in Texas, you must have a cowboy hat. There we go. All right, now let's see. What other glitter gel pen do we have here? All right, so this is kind of like the lighter green glitter gel pen. I agree. I just want to ride, and brushing would be nice, but not to do all the cleaning up. Exactly. I don't want to muck out the stall. I just want to ride. So yeah, so that's my stipulations. We have to have a place big enough for them, and I have to be able to afford somebody to do the parts I don't want to do. I have a horse ranch down the lane for me. The horses are beautiful. Oh, nice, Dee Dee. All right, let's do a full zoom out here. Look at all that we got done. We got our, let's see, is that in focus there? Here, let's zoom in and focus it here, and then, there we go. And then let's darken it one step. There we go. Got a little bit of a glare coming from this light over here, but so we've got kind of our pinky orange flowers, our purple flowers. We've got kind of like teal flowers, pink with some leaves. We have these blue ones we did the other day, yellow. Then these are going to be kind of brown leaves here, and then I think the rest will all be green. We might balance it with a couple of brown leaves over here, just because I don't want it to be, you know, brown and then everything green. So we'll probably balance it with some brown leaves also. We may still do a background, I don't know. But we're going to get the colors done first. Aw, thanks, ladies. So it is 10 till 11. We'll probably go ahead and call it here. Give me a chance to get some water and stuff before I go pick up my kiddo. But this was good. I think we had a nice productive day today. This is turning out fun. So the next time we're live should be Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Same time, same place. We'll probably... Love horses, just expensive. Exactly. Thanks so much, Shannon. Yeah, but honestly, we'll probably keep working on this on Wednesday. I know I have that hedgehog to do, but I've just been in the mood for some Johanna. I think I've left her alone too long. I need my Johanna. All right, ladies. Thanks so much for being here. I'll watch back to get color number. Prefer watching and listening to chat. Sounds good, Yvonne. Thank you. All right, so, oh, Vicky, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to our coloring family. You're catching us just at the end, but we'll be live again on Wednesday, okay? You could type exclamation point. Thanks, Yvonne. Yeah, I am feeling better. Quite a bit better. Of course, just in time next month for me to go get my tonsils out. Yay! But that's not until next month, so we'll worry about that then. But this is going to be our schedule here: Monday, Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., Friday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And man, not just ladies, sorry, gentlemen. But yeah, we'll be live again on Wednesday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. And aside from that, thank you all for being here, and I will chat with you later. All right, bye.